With news that The Flash will be back on our screens for its 9th and final season before we know it, one former star of the show, Stephen Amell, who played Green Arrow, has recently suggested he would like to make one final appearance to say goodbye. Today, we're discussing Amell's comments surrounding the final season of The Flash, plus a closer look at Multiverse Barry Allen's suit. Stay right where you are. First up, news that the Flash movie's release date is moving up. By all accounts, the Flash movie is so good that the studio has decided to move its release up a week. The film was due to be released on June 23, 2023, but instead, it will now drop the week before on June 16th. In doing so, Warner Brothers has now pitted their big summer movie in direct competition with Pixar's Elemental and Sony's Jennifer Lawrence film No Hard Feelings. It seems as though Ezra Miller would surely be removed from the role after being involved in a string of high-profile incidents ranging from choking a woman in Iceland to grooming children. But as we know, Miller uses his pointed refusal to be gendered to his advantage and leans into the woke narrative that anyone can identify however they like, even if that means identifying as an utter imbecile. Of course, the studio was never going to get rid of a non-binary actor for fear of being canceled, no matter the amount of heinous incidents he's been involved in. Early reports have suggested that test screenings have gone better than expected, which prompted the studio to bring forward the release. We just hope Ezra Miller can keep it together long enough to benefit from what certainly looks to be a good bet for the biggest blockbuster of next summer. Will you guys be heading out to see this one when it drops? Next up, could Miller's continued erratic behavior signal the end of the Fantastic Beasts franchise? As the third Fantastic Beasts film of a planned 5 dropped earlier this year,
what he's told you isn't true.
It became the lowest-grossing movie in the Harry Potter universe. The woke will claim that it's down to J.K. Rowling's perceived anti-trans sentiments, but most level-headed people know what Rowling was saying was not anti-trans, but pro-women.
Bestowed upon you by your own blood.
What's more likely to have provided the nail in the Fantastic Beasts' coffin is Miller's erratic behavior. The actor plays Credence Barebone in the franchise, but given his seriously worrying behavior, it's thought that the studio might be considering the future of the franchise. Miller has revealed he's seeking therapy for his actions, but his detractors online have suggested that if he's going through therapy, he's just acting through it.
Power. I want to know who I am.
It's thought that Warner Brothers Discovery are eager to bring the franchise to an end, but director David Zaslav is still eager to work with J.K. Rowling, and rightly so. The idea that her career should be destroyed by a tiny minority of extremists for daring to claim that it's not hateful to say that her life has been shaped by being female is so clearly wrong that hopefully the studio continues to work with Rowling for years to come. What do you guys make of this issue? And do you think they'll make another Fantastic Beasts film? Danielle Panabaker has given a quick update on the final season of the TV show now. Stay tuned. As you will know, if you're a fan of the Flash TV show on the CW, Panabaker plays Caitlin Snow on our favorite show. And she's recently given fans a quick update on filming for what will sadly be the 9th and final season. The show has been a huge hit in the Arrowverse franchise, but the final season will only consist of 13 episodes. Filming has been taking place in Vancouver over the autumn and winter, and Danielle, who's become one of the show's most beloved stars, recently took to Instagram to reveal that it's currently at the halfway stage. She stopped short of revealing too much more information on the plot, though. I mean, she didn't really give anything away, to be honest. She posted a picture of what appeared to be production vehicles or trailers, along with a caption that read, "Halfway through filming our final season. Gonna miss this place." After being on the show since the very first season, it'll be interesting to see what's next for Panabaker and the rest of the cast who've made The Flash one of the best superhero shows on TV. Will you guys miss it?
Bye-bye, vibe.
So what has Amell had to say? As we know, the 9th season of The Flash will drop in early 2023, and Stephen Amell has recently hinted at the fact that his character, Oliver Queen, aka Green Arrow,
On my mark.
could be set for a sensational return. Of course, fans will remember Queen sacrificing himself to save Barry Allen and Kara during Crisis on Infinite Earths. But, as we know, that doesn't necessarily rule him out from a return to the show. I mean, this is DC after all, right? Chatting to fans via Instagram Live recently, Amell revealed, "People ask me if I'm going to come back for the Flash final season.
Spent the better part of 5 years on an island in the North China Sea.
I guess you're just going to have to watch. Haven't been asked, but you know, that'd be fun." I mean, the show is in the middle of filming as we speak, so if he's going to make a return, he needs to be quick about it.
What's that? chance.
Amell suggested earlier this year that he would be down to return to the show, claiming that he owes so much to the people of DC, the CW, and Warner Brothers Television, before adding that he loves the character he played. He went on to say that he would always be willing to help out wherever possible, adding, or better still, take it to a new place, which I think would be the more interesting route to go. Be that in a limited capacity or on a different platform. Maybe one where we could show blood. That'd be really cool. Would you guys like to see Green Arrow return?
To life being full.
What about Barry Allen's multiverse suit then? Somehow, someway, Ezra Miller has managed to cling to his role as Barry Allen.
God, I hope this is East.
Despite some quite despicable behavior this past year or so, and recent images from the new movie have given fans an even closer glimpse at Miller's new costume for the upcoming film. Miller will play multiple different versions of the Flash, which is set to finally drop next summer after being stuck in movie purgatory for what seems like an eternity. Of course, every superhero movie seems to need a multiverse element these days, and the Flash is no different, as it will see Miller's character head back in time to save his mother.
Fight to save this one.
This will, in turn, have consequences for the multiverse and result in multiple incarnations of Barry Allen. And Allen's suit for the movie was recently featured at CCXP, Brazil's version of Comic-Con, which will likely be used in merchandising. Miller's main version of the Flash is on the show in the regular DC continuity, as well as another version of the Flash from the multiverse. The new image shows the alternate version of Barry Allen's costume in detail. While we obviously don't know the ins and outs of the movie plot just yet, it will be interesting to see how multiple versions of the Flash interact with one another and what this ultimately means for the main Barry Allen. Give us your thoughts on what might happen below. Let's look at the suit in a little more detail then. Stick around. Well, the first trailer for the long-awaited The Flash has revealed that this version of Barry is from the same universe as many people's favorite Batman, the Michael Keaton version. Of course, this was a little giveaway as to what this version of Barry is up to, but we know he'll be teaming up with the Flash from DCEU at some point or another. And we've been able to decipher a little more context thanks to the new image which recently dropped. The artwork from the movie suggests that Barry will use a Batman costume and dye it yellow and red. In the footage we saw at DC Fandome last year, the newer version of Barry Allen wasn't wearing a cowl, but this image appears to show the suit's mask. It also appears to show Barry has removed the ears from the bat cowl, which suggests a bit of a rush job by Allen, which will see him spray paint his suit. Some have suggested the Batman suit could help with Barry's speed too, as some materials can hinder him. Of course, we won't really know much more until we see more footage, and it's pretty hard to guess just how different this version of Barry will be from the DCU version. But the fact that they don't appear to have Barry meeting an alternate version of himself suggests they aren't messing around with niceties in this one. What did you guys make of the suit? As usual, thanks for dropping in on us today. And remember to tune in again next time for some more fun reveals. And why not do us a big favor by liking and sharing today's video with any fans of The Flash you might know of, while also subscribing to our channel. Bye guys.